Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Gail and Mary here.
Hi.
Let's see, do we need to pull this up?
I can come closer to you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm going to tip that over.
I think
Move
we're
it closer. Okay, everybody. Hi. We're going to be looking at our phones and seeing what the chat's going on here. Oh, I see we got some people in there. Hi, Sunny Intuition. Hi, Butterfly Kisses. Hey, Juno. How are y'all doing? We are going to first talk about our new gifts in the beginning, and then we're going to take Q&A, some questions from everybody, from the audience. Hi, Susie. How are you doing? We'll just wait a few minutes and we'll talk while everybody comes into the chat room. Yeah, you come on in.
It's a special pen.
Yeah. Anyway, we're here at the Rustic Raven, Florence, South Carolina, Mary's store, and Mary can give the phone number.
Hello.
I forgot to write it down this time.
Oh, it's 843-229-3973 is the store number if you're wanting to call. You can text it. It's a cell phone. So we don't like to have landlines because they ring really loud, and this is a place of spiritual healing where people are in trance and in sessions and stuff like that. So we don't have ringing phones.
It's always nice coming in here. So it's nice and quiet. It smells good. The music's good. And it's a very high vibe, place to come in. I mean, this is the first time I saw my first alien, Sally, that I wasn't meditating. I saw her in the doorway here first. Freaked me out big time. I could see her. And I was sitting there describing her, and everybody said, "Oh, I know she's pretty," and I'm going, "No, she's not."
She's got like antennas on her head. I don't know.
Antlers and squished up face. So she's a real pretty color. She was aqua. But anyway, I think it was because of the high vibrational area that I was in. I was sitting there with Mary and Meg, and the entrance on the couch is there. And sure enough, I look over to my left, and I'm seeing this aqua being about 6 feet tall standing in the doorway. But she's become very important to me since then. And she is new on earth. And she wasn't supposed to reveal herself that day to me, and spent the whole day apologizing all day long that she did. And I'm sitting there telling the two of them, Mary could sense her. Meg was feeling a little nauseated around her, she was hyperventilating. That's what she was doing. She was getting a little hyperventilating around her. But I could see her.
She wants me to get her crystal. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to run get her crystal because she told Gail when she was here that she wanted a specific crystal. And I know we mentioned that in one of the last lives, but I feel like she actually wants me to get it.
Okay.
So
I'm going to tell you the story about that
crystal.
Well, Sally turned out to be a little diva. And there's a crystal that I bought here, and I had it in my bag, and something drew me to this crystal, and I bought it, and it was aqua color. And when I bought it and went and sat down, and I saw her, and I was looking over to my left is when I saw her in the doorway, and of course, it shocked her too. She didn't expect us to see her either, and she stays here at the Rustic Raven and comes and visits me all the time, but she's here first time on earth learning. And when I was telling them about what she looked like, about her little antlers and her squinch up face and the color, I finally went, oh my gosh, she is the color of this crystal. And then when I got the crystal, I took it home with me. Well, she wanted me to bring it back to the store. And so I did. I came and I'm going, Mary, she wants me to bring it back. And what she wants, I can't believe she was asking this. She wanted to have a special table for her and have a little dome over her crystal. And then she wanted to have it labeled her. I mean, she was just the biggest little diva. And Mary says, I'm not doing all that.
I'm not doing that.
But here's the crystal. She'll show it to you. It's beautiful. So that's the one I had gotten, and something drew that to me. So anyway, that's it. That's Sally.
And that's kind of like the color that she
color
is.
Sally.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's what they kept going. I know she's pretty because a lot of the ETs I've seen were pretty by that time, and I'm sitting there going, Like she's a pretty color. Mm-mm. But then Sally always tells me, I am beautiful on my planet. So, and it is, her planet is beautiful. They are that color beings on our planet, and they are deer-like. They have deer legs and little antlers and scorched face. And they also, I'm not sure if I ever mentioned this on any videos or anything, but there are orange birds about the size of wrens that fly around there. So you go on that planet and you see aqua beings and orange birds. It's fascinating. And they're so tranquil on that planet. But anyway, I see we got a lot of people here, and looks like aqua aura.
It is.
Is that what it is?
It's an aqua aura quartz, yeah.
I don't know what it was. I just knew I had to buy it. And then we found out why I had to buy it. So I see Vivian. Hey, Vivian. How are you doing, Suzanne? I see our Santa.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. Wendy, Damaris, Warrior Girl, Zeta. Hey, everybody. We are going to talk a little bit first before we take the questions, because I did want to talk a little bit more about my gifts. But I'm going to let Mary talk about hers first.
Which one?
The ones that you're activating people.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah, the new one.
Well, we mentioned in the last live that the latest thing that we've been doing, I've actually been shifting. I've been shifting my services. So anyone who's had native healing done by me before, it's now under the name quantum healing, because I felt like that was more accurate for what I do. I've mentioned before in these lives that I'm not actually attached to the term shaman. That's just how people know what I do when they hear that word. And I found that through working with the aliens and through the timelines that I work with and different things that like that what I do is best described as quantum healing, because we're working with light codes and different layers of the energy field and, all of these things. And so one night I was laying there and I had a vision that there was an alien in front of me, and it was but it looked like a person, and I was supposed to be activating it, waking it up. So then these aliens came to me, and they were trying to explain to me that that's what I was going to be doing, and they handed me a tool. And
well, first you could talk about you're texting me at 6 o'clock in the morning. Go on. I went up to the Galactic Federation.
Yeah, it was the Galactic Federation that gave me the tool. Like, that's what happened.
And she's like, I'm going, well, I did get up early. I'm up early in the morning, so she didn't wake me up, but it was just funny hearing from her that time going, remind me to tell you, I went to the Galactic Federation. Remind me to call you.
Yes.
Like she's going to forget that.
I am. I'm already forgetting. That's the thing about those visions, is that if I don't write them down, I forget them, because you're in such a high vibrational space.
You went 2 days in a row up there. The first day you went and they asked you if you would do it.
I don't remember that. I remember like having bits and pieces of the first dream, where, and I guess like the next day I went back and talked to the Galactic Federation.
Right.
And
got your tool.
They gave me the tool, and it was called the Activator, because when it looks like a power massage gun.
Yeah. What's funny about it is that's exactly what we use in chiropractic.
And it's called
an activator.
An activator. And I didn't know that. I'm not a chiropractor. She is. But I was describing to her the tool and what it does. And she's like, that sounds exactly like a tool that exists in the physical realm.
Except for, well, of course, I'm old chiropractor. I started with hands, and it was clicking. Now they are electronic and they're guns. And now this is a super duper activator. On the alien spaceship that they have given her. The Galactic Federation has given her a tool. So.
But they just told me, you're going to do this. And I was like, are you sure? And they're like, it's okay. It's all right. We'll bless you abundantly. I was like, okay, cool. That sounds like a cool energy exchange to me. We can do this. So we rolled with that. So essentially what that is, though, is that people who I'm working with on a regular basis, or people who come to me who have these alien light codes within their energy field, but they're dormant thus far. When they get to a certain space within their healing journey, the aliens come to me during that session and they say, it's time. Activate, awaken. And that's how I know to go in and do this. And we're really just lighting up those light codes that have been dormant, turning them on, and then using this tool to really pulsate and push energy into certain spaces of the body. And so far it's been different for everyone that I've done it with. Some people it's been more along this side. For some people it's been more up the spine. it's been pretty different for everyone, but I use that tool to activate and light everything up. And then they just go on with the shift. They've shifted themselves into an awakened state so they can best reach their purpose and destiny.
Right. When she was telling the information, she was going, I'm going to be an alien activator. That's what it was. It was an alien activator. And I'm going, oh, that's a great name. Alien activator. That includes the star seeds, everybody. If everybody's not knowing what their purpose is, she's activating people. So I think she's also doing on the spaceship, she's also doing the aliens. And so down here, she's doing humans and activating their star seed origin and beings. So, and
you guys gotta know, this is strange for me. Gail is a strange lady. Like, she's got some strange stuff going on.
I think we both do.
No, we really do. We really do in our own ways, like stars and earth, all this kind of stuff. But like, because I'm the earth part so much and doing so much work through like indigenous knowledge and things like that, when these things happen and come to me, I'm just like,
yeah, a galactic activation is what she's saying. That's pretty good. Yeah. So, but I called it alien activator. So
I like the double.
Yeah, the double letter.
Yeah, the
alien
double
activator.
Letter.
Just like all about aliens is the title of our thing. All about aliens.
I like that.
So, anyway. So,
what about your new gift? I haven't even heard this yet.
My new gift started in January, and I've been so hesitant about revealing what they are because I just couldn't think of how to put parameters around it. So, because I just thought everything I do is crazy, but then this sounded crazy too. And I was just going, oh, we're really going out the deep end here. So last week they were really pushing me. I was going, let me wait to Mount Shasta to start announcing it and do it. And I go, no, by the time you get to Mount Shasta, you're going to already be doing it. You're going to be in it. You're already doing it. So what my new gifts, which I did a video on that, is I can help the people who are having some mental issues, psychological issues, who are having on the whole spectrum of bipolar, manic depressive, schizophrenia, and the whole gamut of all the psychological problems. Just yesterday, the day before yesterday, I was getting the information on how to handle people with PTSD. And I've also been giving a new spaceship that is a galactic time travel spaceship. And it looks like a cross between a helicopter and a spaceship. And what that does is the people that have PTSD and some trauma that's in people's past, I can take them to the past and we can kind of lower what's the reaction to that trauma for the person. We can't get rid of it because it's part of your life path, but we can decrease the intensity of how it affects you. So these are my new gifts. They're fantastic. And Mary says, why are you so lit up or light today? And I said, I'm so excited about my new gifts.
Yeah, I came in and I was like, something's different here. We look more glowy, I think.
And I said, I'm so excited about these new gifts. And I said, because it can help so many people. And I'm going to try to keep it in the metaphysical world, your light workers and your star seeds right now, because that's where I'm comfortable and y'all understand energy work. Maybe one day I'll go out further than that, but right now I'm just going to stay working with the star seeds and light workers. So I have to put some parameters around there. So the people need to understand energy before I want to work with them. So anyway, I'm excited about my new gifts and I'm looking forward to it. I'm getting a lot of, since I put my video out, I'm getting a lot of people responding to it. There's a lot of people that need help with it. And at the time I put the video out, I didn't know about PTSD and that I could do that. And there was another one that just came this morning that was dealing with anxiety and some other things. So it's going to keep on going. And I'm dealing with all the different brain waves. Everybody's different on the brain waves. Like bipolar, I did a theta brain wave. Anxiety was a beta brain wave. And it turns out PTSD is alpha brainwave. So there are different brain waves that I'm working on. And when you do go up to the spaceship and you have a little headband that's put on that's kind of a rubbery leather. Is something that we don't have on Earth. And it goes on the head and it has lights all around it. And different light colors come on, like when it was the theta brainwaves, it was amber lights that came on, 2 in the front, 1 in the back, 2 on the side, and 2 on the back. And then when it was the beta brainwaves, it was, I believe that was a blue light that came on. There were different locations, and each one was different lights and different things. And I realize now that I'm supposed to be writing 4 books, and that my last book is supposed to be about my technique. Now I know the technique. This is it. This is going to be my last book. I haven't even got my first one published yet. But this is, I kept going, what technique am I going to be teaching or telling about? But this is it. This will be, and I'll be documenting everybody and how I'm treating them. And this will be my technique book. So yes, I'm excited. I'm all excited about it because now I know my future, my purpose here of what I'm going to be doing is helping. I can help a lot of people. So anyway, all right.
And there's so many different things with mood disorders.
Yes.
I think. And I don't, to the layman, I hesitate to say it, but I don't believe in the labels of the mood disorder.
Right.
I just don't. I think that bipolar, there are certain people who have like a certain affinity to some sort of imbalance. They're all just imbalances within the energy. And yes, and through the energetic DNA can be passed down ancestrally, and it's just imbalances and things that need to heal on the inside. So I think something like this is very much needed.
Yeah,
very much needed.
I'm excited about it because I've dealt with people in my life with different disorders like that. I mean, my ex-husband was bipolar, and so so I'm excited about it. I'm excited about being help these people and make their life richer and not just as taxing and stressful. And so I'm excited about it. Very excited. I can't tell you how excited I am. So excited about it. How many people I can help.
I love that.
Yeah.
Excitement's good for an energy worker, for a healer, so that you can be passionate about what you do.
Yeah, because I don't know anybody who's doing anything like this. Have you heard of anybody doing anything?
Definitely not for aliens. Especially not there.
Okay, working with the brainwaves, because I've got all the brainwaves. They're showing how each brainwave works with each disorder, and I'm just going my head. Now this is my 3rd lifetime doing this, so this is all. I've done it twice before, so all this information is not new now, but it's old information. So
you're remembering it.
I'm remembering it. Yeah. So I was listening to a show the other day about ringing the ears, about if it's your right ear ringing, it's your guides. If it's your left ear, it's your higher self. I didn't know that. Did you know that? Anyway, my left ear is always ringing. So I'm going, it's always my higher self that's talking to me. I thought it was my guides, but I was also talking about being, if it's a lower tone, that's a warning, and a higher tone, that's you're getting information for your guide if it's right side and it's your higher side. Anyway, there's a whole show on the ringing in the ears, and I thought, my left ear has been ringing ever since all this started, and it cranks up like when I was going on missions. It would go like I thought this must be the spaceship raring up.
Like the engine.
Even though they don't really have engines like that, but
yeah, but you can see it like in the movies, like when the spaceships take off. There's like a
exactly. So I thought they were just getting ready. My ear was ringing. Of course, I think part of that was them telling me it's time to go. I think that was why.
I don't know that I think I've heard similar things, but I've never personally made that differentiation. I don't think, because it's always my right ear that rings.
Is yours? Because I have my right ear rings sometimes, but it's my left ear constantly rings.
Mine's always my right, but it just rings enough to get my attention, and I tap in and listen to whatever's there, and then I keep going. But sometimes it's my guide. Sometimes it's spirits around me talking and things like that. But I also don't believe that our guides are separate from us, because in like the oneness, there's just other aspects of us. So when I hear the ringing, I just know to listen. Yeah. It's just like saying angel.
I like the angel aspect of me.
Your angel guide. You're like, I'm so beautiful.
She's so
Look at my
pretty.
wings.
Except I'd read you the Dolly Parton hair, but she's so pretty.
You must like the Dolly Parton hair on some levels.
Well,
You
like
never
Dolly
want to be
Parton.
blonde?
I like Dolly Parton. Well,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I've been blonde.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you really like that.
Well, in fact, I've been in a lot of past lives. I've been blonde. A lot of past lives. I've been not that kind of blonde, not that blonde hair, regular blonde hair. But yeah, a lot of my past lives I've been blonde.
Well, maybe you needed to be very dark colored in this life so that people would take you more seriously. Apparently, blondes just like to have fun.
Well, I was one of my past lives. I was in Peru, but I was a blonde. I was a research, and we were researching the aliens that are in Peru in the mountains there, and we were living in tents. And I was blonde at that time, so I wasn't taken seriously because they dismissed me. That's right. And the aliens came around the whole group and came to me to talk to me, and they're all like, "Why her?" I was young. I was in my 20s. They were like, "Why her? Why'd they pick her?" But you're right.
This young girl, this young blonde girl, she doesn't know anything.
Yes, exactly. Okay, everybody. I know I would say we've been talking about this a long time, and I know y'all all got some questions. And if you could, it would be easier if you put it in all caps so we can see it. I see right now. I see Hi Vivin 888. I could have used your modality a long time ago, Dr. Gail. I am healed from mood disorders, and it was by the help of my guides. I'm so excited for your healing abilities. Thank you. Yes, I'm excited too. I can't tell you how excited I am. I've been dancing around all day.
I like Wendy's comment too about how doctors just kind of diagnose and treat and then give medication to people.
Yeah, Wendy, that's all they can do. That's all that's in their bag of tricks. It's so they're just going. It's not like they're purposely not wanting to do right, but that's the only thing they have. That's the only thing they have to do is to give pills, and so that's where they go to their comfort, and that's what they were trained to do. So yes, pills are being thrown at them, and there are so many better ways of taking care of people. So
yeah, I think they do serve their purpose short term. If there is someone who really, really needs just to get on stable ground, people who are suicidal or things like that, who just need to get their footing for a minute, I think that can serve a purpose just to bring some equilibrium for a moment while working with energy work, while doing your shadow work and getting into your spiritual path, and then slowly being able to taper yourself off and just use your own skills, use your spiritual skills, and utilizing people like Gail and other energy workers who can help in that realm and doing a lot of work. Doing the work is the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can't do the work, then it's not going to work. You'll end up with the pills.
But Damaris says, Damaris Wilson, when I hear that loud ringing, I can ask it to be turned down a bit. It gets very loud. Yes, everybody, that's good advice. You can't ask them to turn it down. And I have said that before, and they do instantly turn it down. So that's good advice for anybody who has the ringing in the ears. So let's see. Hey, Jen. Genty, how are you doing? Suzanne Porter, about 3 years ago, the tones and vibrations started in my ears. What is this about? So about your awakening. That's when mine started. That's what it is. As I said, I just saw a YouTube video about the ringing ears. Y'all might want to look it up. And it was like, left ear is from your higher self, and your right ear is from your guides. So, but as Mary was saying, I'm not sure you can distinguish between the two, but my higher self keeps talking to me all the time. But
you got some things to say to yourself.
I just think they're just totally downloading information, over and over again, because they got me on the high speed awakening.
They're just dumping information into your head.
Yeah, my crown chakra is wide open. Let's put
like a funnel.
Okay. Let's see. BC Mom, how do you incorporate or figure out how to use new gifts? names, OT, journeys, guides, and ETs provide you to incorporate or figure out how to use new gifts, names.
Maybe names of. It might have been a typo.
Oh, names. Okay. How do you incorporate them or figure out how to use new gifts? Well, they guide me. Do you have any suggestions on that? I mean, you're the alien activator.
Well, I mean, we all get new gifts as we
Yeah.
walk the path. And usually as we're walking the path, our guides will show us or will awaken to them slowly. Just like the person whose ears just started ringing 3 years ago. They're awakening to that auditory.
I'm just laughing at Chris in case it's a comment. Go ahead.
You're completely silent. Nothing happened in there. I'm sure you're getting information in other ways, though. But that's pretty much what it is. You know, when we get new gifts, they just start to, we all are born with so many gifts. And then we have different purposes that come to us in different timelines and things like that. And our guides will show us as we work and as we do the work and as we spiritually mature and as our vibrations reach different levels. We call it leveling up. When we reach a certain level, we're suddenly, okay, now this is part of our path and our purpose now. And we work that for a while, incorporating all of these things that we know until we level up again. And now we're incorporating new things. And I think we actually skipped a question further up. It had bombs around it.
I was also going to say, BC Mom, there's a lot of people that can help you figure out your gifts too. You can get readings from people and they can help you, guide you. Because I've certainly had a lot of guidance. I know you've had a lot of guidance too. You know, we all get a lot of guidance from help from others because outsiders can see sometimes better than you can see yourself. But I've got to go back to Chris. I'm still laughing about your comment. Well, shoot, my ears are silent. No one's talking to me apparently. Maybe not through your ears, but they are talking to you. Comment. You get the star comment of the day. But yeah, you're probably just getting it a different way. Some of us are going to be from hearing. Yours might be coming through your solar plexus is a big place for people to receive information from. And so anyway, don't worry, Chris. You're probably getting it a different way. Anyway, did you see the question that we missed?
It had like bombs around it. Yeah. Right here. Do I have ET guides? And if so, what are their names? Thank you.
Oh, Vivian. Hey. You can go ahead with the next question and because it takes me a minute to tap into that.
She definitely does have ET guides. See, that's the thing. And I think this ties into this last question that we were just addressing also about the names. Names aren't always necessary.
Vivian has a lot of guides.
Names aren't always necessary as far as I'm concerned. I think names are a way for us to identify them. And sometimes we as humans cannot even pronounce their energetic name or their spiritual name. So we're just given something that we can identify them by. So you can literally, when you meet your guys, just ask them, what do I call you? How do I identify you? And whatever comes into your mind, what you know, what you hear, that's usually just the answer.
Her first one's coming through starting with F.
What was the next question? Zeta asked me a question specifically. I do use crystals for some of my sessions. It depends on what I'm called to do. I have my mesa, so I have my own special kuyas, but then I also have a shelf of healing crystals, and then I have my chakra crystals. So when I'm working on somebody, I usually just start with their energy field, very plain and simple. And then as called, I'll pull out different stones or crystals and lay them in certain places and allow them to absorb energy or to send out special vibrations into special areas of the body that start to break up energy there. I also use like smoke and Florida water and all kinds of other stuff. So if you're long distance, you might not know those things, but I am using a range of different items. I'm also using fire energy, water energy. I blow sometimes. I'm using breath. There's lots of different vibrations that go into a healing session. Quite often, I have two kuyas in particular that work together as the divine masculine and divine feminine. So sometimes I'm guided to pull those out and use one or both at the same time and put those on the body or around the energetic body. So yes, we do use crystals and utilize those.
And you've got a family. This is a first for me. This is a family that are her guides. Got 4 of them. And the name that I'm getting of the main one is Frequent. As I said,
I like that name.
I know. I'm sitting there going, surely that's not your name, but yes, Frequent is his name. And I think they are Arcturian family, or they're from that solar system. The Arcturian, I'm not sure they're like what I consider what an Arcturian looks like, but they are a descendant or an Arcturian type. And it's a family. It's a whole family that's your guides. I've never seen a whole family being a guide, but there's 4 of them. And so anyway, there you go, Vivian. Frequent. You address Frequent. That's the main one.
Oren wants to know, am I a hybrid or single star race being in my DNA? Can you see which ones? What is my connection to the Galactic Confederation of Light?
Who is that one?
Oren.
Hybrid or star? Okay. Hybrid. Can you do you want to take that one?
Mm-hmm. No, that's you, girlfriend.
You do hybrids and star seeds too.
But I'll give you a second to do that. So even back to the crystals and things like that, sometimes it's actually not needed to physically have the crystals there. I can call on the energy of the crystals because they all have their own vibrations. So just like a person who does plant spirit medicine, they're testing your energy and your energetic DNA, and then they're seeing what plants can help balance that. So, but they're not like putting plants physically in your body. They're calling on the spirit of the plants, and that energy, that frequency is coming into your body and making shifts and changes. So we can do that with Palo Santo. We can do that with sage, Florida water. We can do that with different crystals. So we don't actually physically have to have any tools. We can call on the spirit of the tools that we need and allow them to shift the frequencies of the body.
I'm going to say, Oren, will you please email me? I'm not quite getting a full hit on this, and I don't want to give you the wrong information. And my email address is Dr. Gail Starseed @gmail.com. And I didn't put it on the end of this video, but all my other videos have that email address on it. But I'm not getting a clear read on that. I do think you're working with the Galactic Federation, but I'm not getting fully everything, especially about if you're a hybrid. I'm not getting a clear picture of that. So I'm going to need to spend more time on that energy.
I feel like they have him cloaked because he works with the Galactic
Federation. I think
Federation.
so too. I'm just not.
Because I can see like images, like just outlines of the people. So it's possible a hybrid of some sort or worked many lives in that area. And I'm seeing blue, which to me means like.
I used to always go blue as Arcturian.
Yeah.
But
or Pleiadian for me. But they almost have more purplish to me.
Blue avians are blue, and there is the Evans that wear blue spacesuits too. So there are.
See, I don't know that, so it wouldn't come to me that way. So, when I see blue, I usually relate it back to like Arcturian or Pleiadian type.
Because I'm thinking that's who this person is with the Evans. I think you're working with the Evans, and I'm just not getting clear. I'm not getting through to get that information. You must be pretty important because they're not wanting us to see that information directly.
Shields and blocks.
Yeah. Let's see.
We shall not cross.
Yes. Okay. What's this? He said, I get information in forms of thoughts that I know are not my own. I wish I knew who or where they're coming from. I find this confusing and annoying sometimes. Suzanne might have the next second. So, yeah, it can be annoying because you get little clips of information and you're wanting them to give you more, but you can't take it all in what they want to give you all at once because it would just blow your mind. Of course, everything blows my mind very easily. And
like literally headaches. Headaches.
Yes. Yes. And I don't get headaches that often, but sometimes I get a major download. I'm just like, oh my gosh, please. A third eye's hurting.
Feel that on a deep level. Feel that.
So, yeah, your thoughts are probably, you might be overthinking it, Suzanne. I'm not sure what you see. You might be just not just letting it happen. You're probably overthinking it a little bit.
Well, it sounds like she's hearing like from a guide or something that she can't.
Well, what a person told me to say, if the message is coming in your voice, then it's your guides or your higher self. If it's a different voice, you might want to be concerned. So that might help you a little bit. So if you're hearing things that are coming in your voice, also how it started with me was I was getting bits and pieces about songs. I would get some songs stuck in my head, and I would finally figure it out. It was my dad sending me songs, and I would then go look them up and read the lyrics. So, Suzanne, if you're getting a song that's stuck in your head that you don't know why in the world you're hearing that song, read the messages or look at the lyrics, because sometimes that was a hunting game trying to find the lyrics or figure out the name of the song that's coming to me, because it's always nothing, well, not always, but it generally is not things that I would normally listen to. So just look at that.
Just connecting in briefly, my first image is that of a grandparent or some sort of ancestor who might be speaking to you. But behind that, I feel like a different kind of energy, like there might be some sort of portal open in or around your home where information is being downloaded through. So portals themselves are benign and neutral, but because so many things can go through them, I would suggest closing that.
I always tell people to close them.
Definitely always close that, just because so many things come through there. And sometimes we see information we're not ready to receive. So, because everything, all of the information from all of the Akashic is through there. So I would definitely close that or get in touch with somebody who can do that for you. Here's
a good question for you. How do we know if ETs are interacting with our children at night?
Oh, Lord.
They're always interacting with our kids.
I get so mad. They don't let them sleep. They just are constantly waking them up. There's one that even stands sometime at the base of the crib when I lay the baby down, and I'll look at it before I leave the room, and I'll say, "Get out." And it says, I'll just watch him. I won't wake him up. I'm just going to watch him. I'm going to protect him tonight. I'm going to take care of him. And I do this. You wake him up and you are out of this house. I'm done. I need to sleep. But that's, like you asking that question, you already know.
She already knows.
You already know the answer to that. You can tell by the way that they're interacting, that you can tell by the way that they're sleeping, because vibrations come in at certain points during the night that wake them up or halfway wake them up. You can see them talking to things sometimes the dreams that they're having.
I think it's great that they have a mother like you that recognizes it. Mm-hmm. That says a lot for you. That yes, they're interacting with them, and you can help them through it.
And just because they are not human, physically human, does not mean that you don't have control.
Exactly.
Over that.
You have control over it.
Like they're different from spirit guides even. So they might have information for them. They might be coming for a certain reason. But at the same time, if you find them bothersome, tell them to get out. You need to leave now. We have to rest. We're humans. We need to sleep. Kindly please leave. Also, I would watch the electronics in the room at night. I for some reason, there are certain places of the house that draw more extraterrestrials than others, especially where there's a lot of electronic activity, like computer systems and things like
that. Damaris said, I think we already did this one, or I would also like to know if I'm a hybrid. I've always felt something is different about me. Damaris, you're asking. Yes. Pure and simple. Yes. Okay. Let's see. I sense let's see. White Dragon, I sense the Galactic Federation is mobilized now. Is it getting ready for the reveal?
That's an exciting question.
Yeah, that's an exciting question. And I'm sit on the first contact board for the Galactic Federation they picked the guy who is supposed to be the first contact, and he's a gray hybrid. I don't agree with their choice. And I am the only human that sits on that board. And I think I should carry more weight on that. But
if they're going to strike you, I'm going to move.
They're not going to strike because I say it all the time. I don't agree.
She said, I'm on this board.
I'm on this board. I don't agree with that choice. And I'm human. I should have the most weight on who it should be. Even though he's super nice and he has great credentials, none of the other people are human. They don't see through human eyes what's going to come down that ramp. But yeah, I'm not sure when the reveal is going to be. I have seen where it's going to be, but I'm not ready to reveal that information. It will be in a quiet, non-political kind of place. It won't be something anyway.
Tell her secrets, don't keep friends.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's all I can say about that. They had targeted originally 2024. I'm not sure. That's 2 years away, so I don't know. I think we're going to have a little bit of reveal, but then again, as I have said in the past, the people that are in this chat or here or you're already getting the reveal. Y'all already know it. Y'all are already interacting with them. You're already working with them. When they come down and make their official announcement, it's for the people who don't believe in them. And that's what it's for. It's going to rock those people's world. But by that time, all of us are going to be working with them. We're all going to know them. We're all going to be, first name basis with them. So y'all don't need to be waiting for that big reveal. It's already happening to y'all. So anyway, so it's not going to be that big of a deal to us because we're already working with them. Let's see, what else?
For those of you that are asking, the phone number to the Rustic Raven is 843-229-3973. You can call or text, or you can book online, and Gail is also on the website at www.therusticraven.net. So that's THERUSTICRAVEN.net.
Very good. You're doing it slower. The first time she was doing it, she was going, blah, 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 blah. And I was going, slow down. All right, let's see. Nancy, my daughter is almost 2 years old and seems to suddenly wake up between 2 and 3. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Nancy, for helping your daughter through all that. Sonny, what is my job on the council while I sleep? I'm not sure, Sonny. I would have to tap into that. So that'll take me a few minutes. Mary, you can go with another one. So if I can see what Sonny Intuition, her job on the council, but if I can get what her job is on the council.
At 2 years old, man, that's sometimes that's just when it starts right there. I was trying to look and read through.
She's in the military.
She's in the military?
Yeah.
So she probably comes in contact with a lot of different things out there anyway.
Yeah. Sonny Intuition, you're military. I'm not sure what you're on the Galactic Federation.
Oh, well, that was Nancy that said that about her daughter. Oh, yeah.
Okay. And I'm on Sonny Intuition. You're on Nancy. There we go.
You two are important right now. Take our attention. Yeah. You deserve it.
So, yeah, I see you military. So, I'm not exactly sure what you're doing in the Galactic Federation. You must be higher up military if you're on that. And I see you are on that. So you're way up there in the ranking of military. So you're probably reporting in on the activities that you're doing. That's what I see. But I see you in a military uniform. Powerful woman. Some intuition. Woo. Yeah. So, okay. Sonny, Susie. Hey, Susie. How have ETs affected shamanism? Well, they're just hand in hand, aren't they?
They really are, because like I've said it a couple of times, shamanism itself is just a term for the type of energy work that I do. And everyone has their own terms. So all of energy work is just energy. ETs are energy, all of matter is energy, everything is vibrational energy. So I think that it's really impacted it the most just because, like I said, I'm used to seeing so much earth energy and working with earth beings and earth guides and having earthy type vibrations. And then along come all of these ETs and I'm suddenly in star vibrations. But the original shamans actually knew about the ETs and worked with them. Even one of our prayers when we open sacred space says we're talking to the sun, we're talking to the moon, and then we're talking to our star sisters and star brothers who are the extraterrestrials, because they made contact long ago. The original shamans knew that it's not just earth, it's not just what we see, it's not just indigenous knowledge and ancient wisdom, because time isn't linear. It's from all information from all of space and all of time happening all at once right now in this moment, colliding together. So that's another part of duality, is having the stars, them being our sisters and brothers with the energy of the earth. So for me personally, it changed for me because I was used to one type of energy and then suddenly had to switch to incorporating this other higher vibrational energy.
Well, that's how we started working together.
Mm-hmm.
You'd had a psychic attack by one.
Which one was that?
I don't know. That's so long ago.
I know a Gray, the first time I ever saw one, a Gray came to me in my healing room after I had had a session with somebody.
It wasn't a Gray. It was something. I know what it looked like, but I don't know. But it was, you were attacked by. You calling me and going, "Can you take care of this?"
I remember that. They don't like me to remember things.
Why am I the one remembering it? You're a lot younger.
No, I remember my second son for a while was being attacked by something that night.
Yeah.
While he was sleeping, and there was a whole lot going on with that. But what was I even talking about? I don't even remember my life.
You're talking about.
I don't even know what's happening right now. Where am I?
The question was about ETs and shamanism.
Yeah, but then technically the ancient shamans have always known about the ETs, so
right.
It doesn't really change it at all.
I was a shaman in a past life myself, so I was working with the ETs then. Seems like every past life I was working with the ETs somehow or another.
That might be why you're on the Galactic Federation,
yes.
ma'am.
And then that's when somebody else was asking about. Let's see. I missed Judith A. I missed a lot. Are you saying that we are all on the council? What am I doing there? Not necessarily, Judith, but there are so many different councils, so many different councils that you could be on one. But because I sit on like at least 3 right now, and a lot of it is because I am a surgeon on a spaceship, that I am the medical officer for all the hospital spaceships. So I sit on that, and I've been down to Atlantis underwater for reporting, and then I've been on the spaceship for first contact. So the Galactic Federation has many councils. I know there's one big one, and that's, who was it I saw in the military, that she was the one, she was going into the big meeting. So there is a big, humongous meeting that people go to, but there are a lot of subgroups that people go to. I don't know if that was clear or not. Was that clear?
I think so. Now I'm sitting here wondering, am I on the council?
Or which committee you're on. Yeah.
The committee. What do we do? Do we make cookies?
Well, I know what I do.
I hope so. You're in charge of a lot of important things.
I know my first one is for the first contact. That was the first one I went into. That's one that I went in the first time when I got sent up there with moon in my eye when we were dirty playing at the beach, and she and I were filthy, and they sent the cleanup committee in to clean us up. Put me in that
I need a cleanup committee.
Crazy tight uniform.
I'm going to put in a request with you since you're on the Federation. I need a cleanup committee. You let them know that I'm putting in an official request.
Well, they cleaned our bodies up.
Yes, I want my body cleaned. I want my children's bodies cleaned. My house. Clean my house.
Oh, isn't that the truth?
It'll give me more time.
Yeah.
To do this kind of work.
Hey, Danny, how are you doing? Danny Shay in the house. Glad to see you. Oh, yeah. We are talking about some crazy things, Danny, but we always do, and it is for entertainment purposes only. So, um, all right. The next pure visionary psychic medium. Hello, everyone. Great show. I have been told that I have Palladian energy. Is that so? I have always known about the Star Brothers and Sisters since I was young. Oh, yeah. Pure. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you already know what you're doing. You got it.
I see Palladium, but I also see something else.
In that little gray behind her?
Like it's almost like a dual state. Like one's really bright and then one's really not.
Yeah. It's a little gray behind you, too. Okay. Let's see. What have I missed? I know I've missed a lot of questions up here, and I don't mean to skip over the ones that are asking me about your guides and things like that. It just takes me a lot more time to get into that energy. So I'm trying just to do like one or two on our lives, and I'm trying to get into other questions, something that both of us can answer. Even Mary can answer both of them.
Although I don't mind just sitting here while you.
No.
Talk.
We got to know about shamanism and everything, how it works with the ETs and all about your ET experience and the things you don't remember. Oh my gosh, I can't believe she's a lot younger than I am. She shouldn't be having memory problems, or she has kids.
I don't sleep. The aliens keep me up all night, so I don't remember anything.
So,
it's just
okay.
what they do.
Let's see. Well, let me find another question here. All right. What can we do for our loved ones who suspect have negative implants and are unaware of energy work? Oh, isn't that a hard one? That's a hard one to sit there and watch. There's really not much you can do because you have to have their permission to do energy work on them. You can't just do energy work. And then there's some people that are very happy having that negative energy around them and they want to stay in 3D. We can't make them go where they're not comfortable. So the thing is you've got to being around them, you got to raise your vibration. Don't bring your vibration down to them trying to help them. Just being more of a role model around them is going to be the best thing that you can do and keep your vibration up. When we do split, people who are ready will go stay on this planet because this planet is moving on. And the people who want to stay in 3D, and there are people who want to. I mean, they're like that energy, so they will just go to a different planet. So it took me a long time to get that through my thick skull. The ETs kept telling me, and I finally have accepted it. And I don't want them to go where they're not comfortable. I do want everybody to go where they're comfortable. So that's the way I have accepted it, and so I hope that helps you. So let's see, what else do we have?
But I found even just, you can keep scrolling to find something.
Yeah, you go ahead.
But I found even just when you, like she said, yourself, you're not low in your vibrations. When you keep your vibrations high, when you're around some of those people who are going through things but don't believe in energy work, it overflows from you. It affects them. They feel that.
Right.
They can feel at peace in your presence. They can feel love when you're nearby. And so they're subconsciously being introduced
exactly, because
to it.
There's a change in my family because of me taking on that mindset. There's a change. So yeah, that's the best thing you can do. And this is Gino has a great question. Any thoughts on the ant people that the Native Americans talk about? Actually, I have a past life as ant person. In fact, that's where I learned how to be a leader. I became the leader of the ant people. And when I was showing some of the past lives, they showed some integral parts of my life. And that was one that I had to step up and be a leader of the ant people. And I was one of the ant people. So do you have anything?
No. I did have a past life and I still don't necessarily know. So I'm not scared of anything. Spiders, snakes, I'm totally cool. Demons in my house talking to me through the closet, fine with it.
No snakes for me. No snakes for me.
Those water bugs, those palmetto bugs. We're in South Carolina, so palmetto bugs. Those huge roaches. terrified of them. I've always felt like they just follow me. Like when I'm sitting in a bathroom stall or something like that, they just come under the door and they fly at me and attack me. And it's been like this my whole life. And I realized a couple years back that I actually have a past life as some sort of bug. And I don't know what I was, but it was like I was in the grass, and the grass was like tall buildings, and I was seeing this palmetto bug like fly over, and it was munching something. And so there's that fear that it was like destroying something where I lived. I don't even know what, because it wasn't a full vision that I fully understood. That's all the only part of the vision I got. So
well, mine is
whatever that means.
I was working very hard with the ant people, and they were worker bees. I mean, they're the size of us. I mean, they're not like ants. They're ant people. They're people. And so, yeah, and I remember I'm very much of an introvert. So even then I was struggling trying to take on that leadership role. And then I had to stand in front of them and give a speech. I was terrified. But anyway, it worked out. That's where I learned how to be a leader. was there. Okay, let's see. What have I missed? Valerie, may I have a message from my royal Palladium family?
Royal family.
Valerie, you want to do that?
No, but I feel like we should have a scepter and a crown.
Yeah. Yes. Go ahead. You got to have a message on that one.
Where was that one?
You can look at this one.
No. Okay, you keep talking, Valerie.
Okay.
I want to connect in.
Okay. Oh, I can't see. I didn't put my contacts in, so I can't see. Let's see. Nancy, can you talk more about when they make their presence? Are you talking about the ETs when they make their presence? Nancy, I'm not real clear on that question.
The only thing I'm picking up around that is like they're saying the word Duchess. I don't know what that means to you, but it's like you're not, and it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. I heard that word and they said, you know your role, do it. Quit trying to figure out what it means to other people. Quit trying to figure out your next step, all this stuff. You know your role, do it.
And you're not like other people.
Mic drop.
Okay. I'm still trying to figure out, can you talk about when they make their presence? I'm talking about ETs. I'm thinking that's what you're talking about, but mainly their presence is always around you. It's when you increase your vibration to see them. They try to lower to see you, and then like so many people see them in the middle of the night, and that's because your guard's down, and you can see them at that time. But it's more meeting them at the vibrational level. We're all here. They're all here. We're just on a different level. We can't see them. I mean, some people explain it as a curtain or a veil, and it's just. I think of it as more as like they're here, and we can see each other, but we can't bring our vibration up to see it. I'm not sure if I'm doing very good. Take it, Mary.
No, that's good. You know, the more spiritual work you do, the higher your vibrational frequency. And we've talked before about even special diets and different things that get our frequency higher. And I actually laughed out loud while you were doing that, not to be rude, but because there was a comment on here where someone said that they actually slept with a hammer the first time they were in Texas because of those big palmetto bugs. And they crunch.
Well, also the scorpion. Oh, they do crunch. But I don't kill bugs. I don't kill anything.
You catch it and put it outside.
I do.
I just pretend it's not there. Shadow work for a later time.
Yeah. Okay, White Dragon. She means the reveal. You want more information on the I can't give you everything on the reveal. I would be no. They have curtailed me on a lot of information that I'm to give out. Now, I haven't given out a lot of information. I mean, there's so much other stuff that I've done that I don't even talk about, but they're now wanting me to pull back, especially on my missions. I'm going to pull back on that, not talk about those anymore. So I don't know about talking about the first time that they reveal themselves or come down. I mean, I see it. They walk down a ramp and they're in a grassy location, and I won't tell you where. And And for right now, I'm the medical team that's standing beside the ramp when they come down. But I don't know if that might change because my roles are changing so much. So I'm not sure, and I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to give too much out. And also, it changes. It could be totally different within the next year because that's 2 years away. There's so much that we change and do differently. So it's not etched in stone. Okay. This is Sarah Ann. 1:54 p.m. Amy is there in association with insomnia and interactions with ET guides. Do you see that question?
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that? What are you saying? You're having interactions, or you don't know? Though they're waking you up.
She's saying she can't sleep.
Yeah, that's a very common time for me to wake up, and I know my left ear, just ring it off. Okay, what do you want me to know now?
I think insomnia in itself can have many different meanings, though.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just because there's a lot in your shadow that you need to confront and face and work through, and it's actually keeping your subconscious active at night because it has no way to process it when you're awake because you're not consciously processing it. But also, just like with what we were talking about, sometimes it's a very active time. So sometimes it's aliens or
well, it's also
spirits.
when you're more open, that you can be able to deal with them or see them or interact with them more that time when your guards are down. During the day, you're so busy with your life that
so
you don't
come to you at night in your subconscious state.
Can't see them, can't deal with them. Like, I'm
she
so
may
busy.
Be talking in English accents. Your subconscious state.
Okay, we're going to take one last question. We're about here at an hour. So I'm going to look for one last question. Let's see, Valerie, I don't like and roach type bugs either.
I'm working
see
through
that one?
my fear. I'm working through it.
Yeah, okay.
It's irrational. I should forgive that past
Well,
life.
I don't, snakes, I'm not,
Maybe you've got Kundalini work to do.
No, I'm fine with there too. No, I'm good on that, but not snakes. Mm-mm. So I've got some kind of past life with them. I don't know what it is, but I know. Even though I sit there and try to rationalize, they're okay, but no, no.
They're adorable. Their little tongues.
Let's see. Right Dragon. Raising my vibration is true, Dr. Gail. That is when Arthur the Arcturian came, and then we talked and laugh out loud. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm looking for the one last question. Anybody have one last question? I think I don't have another question, so I think that's going to wrap it up.
We did it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Gail, Mary, entertainment purposes only. Thanks everybody for joining us, and we will see you later. Appreciate y'all all showing up. Thank you. Bye-bye. Can sing us out.